Okay, this is question number 18 of our review, and the question says, write in ascending order. Okay, so we have these um, 5 different rational numbers. The first one, A, is -0, decimal 2 repeating, etc., etc. So what is our strategy? Well, a good strategy for this particular one will be to change them all to the same type, whether they're all going to become fractions or whether they're all going to become decimals. The reason why changing them all to fractions is not a good idea because not only do they have to be fractions, but they will also have to share common denominators in order for us to compare them. So the easiest way for us to compare all of these different rational numbers is to change them all into decimals. So I'll grab a red pen. And this one is already a decimal. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a few 2's there. Instead of writing it with the repeating, to get a little bit idea of its magnitude or its size, I'm going to put down 4 repeating decimals instead of going to infinity. I'll just keep it like that. The second one, -1/5. -1/5 is equivalent to -2/10, and -2/10 is actually this terminating decimal. And if you didn't know how to change a fraction to a decimal and you needed to cheat, just do the numerator divided by the denominator. And that's a quick way to kind of get the decimal version of a fraction. Divide the top by the bottom. Yes, Dirk knows, but Dirk, I am recording, so your voice is now on live TV on YouTube, but that's okay. Dirk was just Dirk was just helping out. So 3 divided by 2, if I actually divide 3 divided by 2, I get 1.5, and of course, it's a positive divided by a negative, so we're going to have a negative 1.5 because we know that when we divide opposite signs, it's a negative answer. And this one's the trickiest of them all. This negative square root, or the opposite of the square root of a quarter. What is the square root of a quarter? Well, if we look at what fraction times itself gives us 1/4, it's going to be 1/2. So the square root of a quarter is a half, and therefore it's going to be negative a half as a decimal. Okay, 0.5. And the last one, this is the tricky one, because what I've done for e here is I've actually put a negative symbol in the numerator and denominator. And if we think about division, if we think of this as being -8 divided by -3, it's actually going to be a positive answer. So it's a little tricky in that respect, and it's going to be positive 2 and 2/3. No, I just paused it. Oh, see? So what we have now is we have all of our answers now, our A and our B and our C and our D and our E. And it says right in ascending order. Now, ascending order means from smallest to largest. Now, remember this, and this is a trick, and you're going to have this all the time on tests in your grade 9 year and probably grade 10, etc. Remember that the farther a number is away from 0, the smaller it becomes. So when it's negative, the bigger the negative number really, the smaller it actually is. So the closer we are to 0, the bigger it is. So if we look for the farthest number from 0, A, B, C, or D, or E, the farthest from 0 is actually this first one, A. So A is the farthest. The next farthest is right here. So A is over here. B is here. So B is our next farthest. Then we have C, which would be here. Then we have D, which is here. And then we have E, which is somewhere over here. I don't even know where it is. So actually, it's kind of a trick question because the order of the ascending order, it's already in ascending order. It's A, B, C, D, E. That's the order in ascending order and the answer to that question.